Hello, this is Gary Rosenzweig with MacMost Now. Well, it's that weird time of year again. You know, that week at the end of the year between Christmas and New Year's. There's not that many people in the office, or maybe you're at home but not particularly on vacation anywhere. You know, and you spend a lot of time working. Well, if you're working like I am, that means you're surfing the internet, maybe looking for some cool stuff, some things you haven't seen before. Well, here's a couple of sites that I go to when I want to find something new. One site I like to go to is Stumbleupon. You find it at stumbleupon.com. Now, the thing about Stumbleupon is it's kind of not so much a guide as it is something you just go to randomly look at a site. When you sign up for it, you probably want to use Firefox, not Safari. Unfortunately, there's no toolbar support in Safari, and Stumbleupon relies heavily on its toolbar. But even in Safari, like I am right now, you can actually do quite a lot with Stumbleupon. If you have a site, you can sign up and then you can basically click on the websites link and it will show you some popular sites. On the right side, there's a whole list of topics. You can click on Mac, for instance, and see some Mac sites right there. And you can further look into things like Mac OS and see people who like Mac OS and see what they're linking to. So with some poking around, you can find some interesting things. If you have the toolbar installed in Firefox, you can simply hit the Stumbleupon button and it will just take you to a site that fits your interests. And if you selected Mac as one of your interests, then it will probably take you to a Mac site. Another site that kind of does the same thing is Delicious. Now you spell this del.icio.us. In other words, it's a .us domain rather than a .com domain with some clever letters in front of it. But anyway, once you get there, you bookmark it and you don't have to worry about that again. At Delicious, you can basically view what others have bookmarked. And just like with Stumbleupon, you can search for things that have to do with Mac OS and come up with some neat little things that have to do with Macs or any other topic you're looking for. Now, I find a lot of cool sites, especially Web 2.0 sites, by not going anywhere but listening to a podcast. Podcast Net at Night has hosts Leo Laporte and Amber MacArthur, and they talk mostly about Web 2.0 cool sites. Basically, they just list a lot of sites, and usually there's something that I'm interested in. I actually find it quite useful to keep a piece of paper next to me in the car when I'm listening to this podcast just so I can quickly jot down a web address that they mention. Or you can just go to their site, which is at twit.tv/NATN, N at N, in other words, and see what they've listed in that episode. But it's worthwhile to listen to it. It'll get you interested in some sites that you may not have checked out otherwise. And if you like Web 2.0 stuff, there's a site called go2web20.net. That's the number 2 and the number 20 in there. And this site just basically has a whole list of logos of cool Web 2.0 sites. So you might just want to check it out and just click randomly on some just to discover something new. If finding cool websites is a little bit too close to actual work, another thing you could do is go to a game site like GameScene.com and play some free web games. GameScene, of course, is made by us right here at MacMost. That's what we do when we're not making these podcasts. That's all for now. I'm collecting questions for a future episode while I'll do some Q&A. So if you've got any questions, send them to questions@macmost.com. Until next time, this is Gary Rosenzweig with MacMost Now.